My neighbor thinks I hexed her because her sourdough starter died, and now she's staging counter spells in my yard. I didn't even know starters could die. I don't know, isn't that bacteria or something? That's crazy. Original post August 8th, 2025. Originally posted to r/2hottakes. So I live in a duplex, and my neighbor, let's call her Linda, is this 50-something woman who's really into witchcraft, crystals, moon water, the whole deal. I don't care, she's harmless, or she was. What in the actual fuck is moon water? Do I have to Google this? This can't possibly be water from the moon like I'm thinking, right? Moon water is regular water that has been charged with lunar energy by being left out under the moonlight, typically during a full or new moon. So if I get a bowl of water and leave it outside during a full moon, that's moon water. So like it's the same as the priest blessing water. It's just water. Incredible. Weird, but okay. About a month ago, she came over ranting that her sourdough starter died overnight and that she could feel my energy was bad that day. I laughed because it's bread goo. I told her maybe it was just mold or she forgot to feed it. Big mistake. Ever since she's convinced I hexed her kitchen, she started doing these loud cleansing rituals in our shared front yard at like 3 a.m. Burning sage, chanting in what I think is bad Spanish, and sprinkling mystery liquid around my plants. One morning, I found my basil covered in glitter. Hey, yo, what is this mystery liquid, though? That's what I'm most concerned about. What do you mean, mystery liquid? Are we talking moon water or are we talking blood of animals? I don't know exactly, but can't you call a noise complaint on someone being loud at 3 a.m.? Like, I'm pretty sure you can, right? Girl, call the cops on this crazy bitch. Last week, she escalated. I came home and there was a raw chicken. Not even packaged, just a raw, slimy chicken sitting in the middle of my welcome mat with a note taped to it that said, "The curse is returned." I literally had to bleach my doorstep. I've tried ignoring it, but last night she knocked on my door holding a mason jar of cloudy water and told me to drink this so we can be friends again. I said, "No, Linda," and then shut the door. She started screaming that I don't respect the balance and that the bread gods will punish me. Yo, the bread gods love me, bro, because you know I be getting that bread. My bread god different from your bread god. You know I get that shit. Sorry, bad joke. Bad joke. That's so fucking funny, though. Bro, the bread gods. If someone said that to me, I think I'd mandatory have to recommend a psych ward for them. That's grippy sock vacation right there. I get being into witchcraft, bro. Like, sure, do your thing. But, like, if you believe in bread gods, let's pull out them grippy socks. Now I'm wondering if I should call the police, but how do you even explain my neighbor thinks I killed her yeast and is retaliating with poultry-based magic? I mean, you gotta break it down to, like, the actual crimes, right? Like, I think the 3 a.m. thing would count as public disturbance. I don't think you're supposed to be loud and obnoxious at night, but then this is harassment. Isn't her leaving a whole raw slimy chicken on someone's doorstep harassment? I feel like there's a harassment argument here, but I don't know. What do y'all say? She's having a psychotic episode in trespassing. I guess that's a fair one too. Just gotta lean into it. Tell her clearly the bread gods hate her and don't feel she deserves sourdough. You know, negative like that's actually such a funny bit. Like, oh, hey, you want to fuck with me? I'm gonna fuck right back. Bro, the bread gods contacted me last night. They said the sourdough you were making mid, and that's why they killed your sourdough starter. Oh man, that's so good. Ooh, she destroyed property on 2 occasions with the glitter basil and doormat. That's actually a good point too. I think you just really have to break it down to like what crime she's committing, because she is committing some sort of crime. Like, this is not okay. There is one update on this coming in about 2 days after the original post, August 10th, 2025. The night I posted that story, I saw her burying a Ziploc bag of cooked spaghetti under my car and yelling that she has to do this to confuse the bread spirits. I thought that would be my last straw, but then last night I saw her in my backyard, my fenced backyard, shaking what looked like a salt shaker over my lawn while mumbling something about restoring the bread line. That was it. I called the non-emergency police line. Girl, that is quote unquote an emergency, right? Like, doesn't this make it so that her lawn can't grow shit? That's definitely destruction of property right there. Honestly, if I were you, if your building is owned by the same landlord, I'd call them because I'm sure the landlord doesn't want her salting the lawn. That literally makes it so that the lawn can't grow. Makes it so nothing will ever grow there again. That's what I'm saying, Vanessa. Like, it's not good to salt the lawn. 2 officers show up about 20 minutes later. I explain the whole situation, the dead sourdough starter, the 3 a.m. chanting, the raw chicken, the jars of swamp water, the spaghetti burial, all of it. I try to make it sound serious, but not too insane. They go to talk to her, and within 30 seconds, I hear her yelling, "She's lying. The dough told me what she did." Well, I mean, if the dough told her what OP did. The dough is never lying. Then she drags them into her kitchen to show them the evidence. 10 minutes later, the officers come back out looking like they just survived a hostage negotiation with the Pillsbury Doughboy. They said she has some unusual beliefs, but as long as she's not physically harming me or damaging property, their hands are tied. They suggested I install a fence, in parentheses, I have one, and avoid engaging. I mean, typical shit. What did we expect? Typical fucking stupid police officers. Isn't she actually destroying property with the salt? Like, tell me I'm wrong. I'm gonna look it up. Yes, intentionally salting someone's property can be considered destruction of property and lead to criminal charges like vandalism or malicious mischief. It may also result in civil legal action. What the fuck do you mean she's not damaging property? That's insane, bro. Typical cops being cops. As they were leaving, Linda stood on her porch holding a loaf of bread over her head like the Lion King baby and screamed, "The curse will turn on you." So now I have police documentation, 0 solutions, and a neighbor who probably thinks she won that round. What a weird one, bro. I just don't get that. I think we need to start normalizing telling cops that they're wrong. Because, like, she is destroying property. What do you mean there's no destruction of property? I still think the landlord play is the move. Because it says, I live in a duplex and my neighbor, let's call her Linda. I'm guessing that means that you live in this duplex with her. I'm sure the landlord isn't gonna love to hear that she's running around salting your lawn so that shit can't grow back. I think that's the next play. Of like, yo, this woman is clearly fucking crazy. Let's get her that little eviction notice. Make it your landlord's problem. The quantity of salt matters. Sprinkling salt from a salt shaker will not do much damage. You need a lot of salt soaked in the earth for there to be long-term damage. Okay, but even if that's not the case, what about trespassing? You know what I'm saying? Like, there's so much there that's just like, I don't get it. You can argue that it's going to cause damage or that she at least had intent. Like, I just think there's multiple arguments that the cops are just too lazy and too scared.